It's not liking. He wants it straight. It's okay. I'm still good. Huh?
You want to push it back?
No, it's good. Push, oh, you mean back to see more?
Yeah.
Let's see, this angle?
You can push it back like this.
Oh, let me see, maybe. And let's bend it this way. Yeah, nope, it's still not. It just once. Okay, good. So we're good this way. 'Cause it should can you see me from here? Can you see me there?
Yeah.
Really good?
Yep.
Can somebody see me? Well, they can always zoom into the video too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I can too.
Huh?
I can zoom in on
You
the.
can zoom in? Okay, try to zoom in. As long as you see that mannequin. There we go.
Will you look right when you try to play it back? If you zoom in.
Yeah.
Okay. It's live.
This is how I want this. Just focusing on this lady.
You can look into that light.
What do you do with this one? Video? I just had it.
Oh, you want to record regularly?
Oh, good. I got it now. Okay, awesome. And this one, I think I can move it. Let's see. Because this one, I'll be able to, because I'm going to be by the sink as well. All right, so let's see if we can see class. I'm over there. No, that's Josephine. I'm over here. Okay.
Let me stand in your spot. Be right here.
Okay. Move, Miss Annette. Move. Okay, awesome. So you can stand here. You will stand here, Josephine. And then let's move this. Let's move that here. No, your stuff is fine. Don't move it if you're in a good position. Let's move this. Whose tray is this? You want to move back? Yes. Move that back over there. Okay. All right. We are good to go. But we're gonna have to either record on that. Oh, to use the screen, we're gonna have to move this. This is yours, right? Yes. All right. Let's move it here. To awesome beans. Wait. Oh. Okay, because I got it. Okay. All right. I am ready. I am ready. Yes, I'm ready.
2, 3.
Hello, my name is Kemi Lawani. I am the instructor at Natural Hair Care Institute. We are going to be doing procedure 1, 2, and 3 today. And all that procedure is going to be your silk press 101. So we're going to cover detangling, blow drying. We're going to cover in this module. We're also going to cover trim, and we're going to cover trim, and then we're going to cover terminal styling. So please, I want you to pay attention. If you have any questions, after you've done your procedure, feel free to call the school, 612-423-9480. Or you can send us an email with any of your questions at nhcitech@gmail.com. All right, we're going to start. Now, you want to make sure that you have all your setup covered. You don't want to have any of your tools open. Why is that important? Is because anything that is open, it's not used. So I'm going to open my setup. As you can see, I have my blow dryer. All right. I have my detangling brush. And I have my clips. You're going to need your clips. You're also going to need your cutting comb. You're also going to need a light finish spray, and I have that here. You're also going to need to have towels that you're going to be using at the sink. You're also going to need a wide tooth comb that you're going to use to do the detangling. You're going to need your scissors, as well as a tail comb that you're going to need to use for sectioning. I have about 6 butterfly clips available to me. I always want to bring more clips to the table. And I have 2 different types of detangling. I have a pick that is very good with detangling with a wide teeth. And I also have another wide tooth comb, which I'm also going to be using for detangling. If not, you could always use your brush. But I would not be using my vent brush. This is a vent brush, it's not a padded brush. I will be using my vent brush later and show you when I'm about to do the blow drying aspect, but I'm going to use this to detangle. So, and you guys are paying attention, right? Okay, awesome. So, you can actually follow and watch me, or you can follow along.
Okay.
All right? So, it's up to you. You can follow along, or you can watch me. Okay, so the first thing I will do is I'm going to try to make sure when my client comes in, and I'm going to try to put a cape on my client. All right, here is the cape. Because you never want to work on a client without making sure that your client is caped out. To protect their clothes, to protect them from getting any kind of product on them. Okay. Okay. All right. So the first thing I would, whenever you guys are ready, everyone's ready? Nope, not yet.
You can talk. I'll look like this.
No, your mannequin's neck needs to be a little bit tighter. Okay, so the first thing I will do is I'm going to spray my client's hair. I'm going to spray that client's hair. Even before I put into quadrants, I'm going to make sure that it's nicely, slightly wet. I don't want it to be drenched, so it will be about probably 75% wetness, which is going to be slightly wet. And I'm going to put that hair into 4 quadrant using my wild tooth comb. And like I told you, you can also do 6 quadrants if you have a lot of hair. If your client happens to have a lot of hair, you want to do 6 quadrant, which is 6 sections to the hair. You don't necessarily want to do 4. If they don't have a lot of hair, then you can do 4. And I want every one of you to go over there from that angle and grab a rag for the floor. Yep, grab a rag for the floor. Give one to Josephine. Whoever is gonna grab it. Yep. You need to go grab. You want to bring that a rag? She'll bring you a rag. And you're going to start your detangling from the nape of your client's hair, and you're going to walk that to the front. All right? Section by section. All right, here is my trick. Do you see how I didn't take my clip and put it right on the tray? You certainly can put your clip right on the tray, or you can take that clip and just clip it to the next clip right above it. Okay? And then I'm going to take about, you can either go 1-inch section to comb out, or you can just go ahead. In this case, I'm going to split it into 2. And I'm going to detangle. And my detangle, I'm going to start from the scalp, detangling, and then I'm going to walk my way out. Now, sometimes you can start from the tip, depending on how tangled this hair is, right? You can walk your way from the tip and then walk your way out, but you start from the scalp and kind of get all whatever that is tangled in your client's hair, kind of let it sit in the middle. Bring it to the middle of that hair, and then you go to the tip and also create a clearance from the front, and then kind of push all that tangle, all that tangle, and then you're going to push it out. What's your question?
How do we cut?
How do you section? You can cut from here to here. Yes, you go from here to here. Like I said, you could do 6 sections. So put it in 6 sections. It doesn't matter. There's no way. Just either put it in 6 sections. So pack the hair in the center, and then use your center, and then just give 3 sections to the right, 3 sections to the left. And if, like I said, the client don't have a lot of hair, you could do 2 sections to the right, 2 sections to the left. You want to go that way or find your way? What do you need? She's sitting here. Okay? Let me know once you guys are ready. And then I'm going to keep demoing. I'm going to keep detangling. All right, again, go from scalp. Walk all that, detangle all that shedded hair. Walk it to the center. Go to the tip, and then comb it out. I'm going to move a little bit to the center so they can see me.
Did you spray more here? More?
No. I was at 75% wetness. All right, and then I'm going to again comb everything to the middle from the scalp. You comb detangle all the shedded hair in there. You comb it to the center, and then you come to the front to create a clearance, and then you comb it out. All right. And I'm going to keep moving there. Okay. Again, we're going to comb the hair to the center. All that shed hair, we're going to bring it to the center, and then we're going to create a clearance in front, and we're going to push it all out. While also you're holding the hair, you're being gentle. Careful. If you're gentle with how you hold the hair and how you get all that shedding out of your client's hair, your client will lose less hair. Okay, comb all that from scalp to the center, create a clearance at the tip, and then push all that shedded hair that you have in the middle, you push that out. And now, that completes my detangling method. Okay. How are you?
Good.
Great, you got enough hair to go for two of us. Sounds good. All right, you want to take off your jacket and hang it up there? Hang it where? You want to hang it up here. You want to come back? Yes, we. You gotta go. It's not sitting quite around. And then you hang your jacket and your bag you bring with you.
Can I use the restroom before we get started?
Yes, you want to go all the way to the back, out that door to the back, and when you come back in, please close the door behind you.
I'm just gonna use our hair to start.
If not, I would not. Yeah, but at least you guys already got the detangling part.
Yes.
That is not out to detangle a client's hair. I don't know why you're pulling. I just explained to you.
You have to tighten up the dummy.
And you need the hair to be in quadrant. You need to do it by quadrant.
Excuse me, please. Can I ask one question?
Uh-huh.
Just, can you help me find the middle? How?
There is
What's the
no
trick?
middle. So here, if you're trying to get quadrants done, you just split the hair in halves, okay? And it doesn't have to be, like, you know, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be like
So,
a particular line. You just want the hair to be. Braiding is different. Right now, you're doing silk rest, so you want to pay attention to just what I'm teaching you. Don't shift away from that. All right. And then you want 6. Because 4, like I said, is a lot of hair.
Yes, you want to always make sure the fish could be like, okay, and then let's make her a little taller for you.
And yeah, yours to your neck. Well, you need to tighten it properly. It's because
We don't necessarily want her to be flat at the bottom because we want her to hold up some ground.
it's
Got it, hold it up.
this needs to be tight. Hold this, please. God, we'll tighten this for you. Okay, you gotta find a way to undo it, because there we go. Jeez.
Too high? Is it too high, Anna?
Can you hold this down? Maybe you have to hold this down.
That's fine.
Let's see. There we go. It's tighter.
So, we want to point
Let's
it,
see.
we want to come, okay, put that down, Veronica.
Still weak, wobbly, but probably you wanna put a paper or something to hold it inside. I don't know how the last class did it.
Wait, Ayana, is yours moving around a lot, the head?
No.
Here, I might do something.
After I'm done and down.
Or you just use a tape to hold it, you know, like a blue tape to hold it in.
Okay.
Like that. Where's your clip?
Stand
You
behind
need to bring 6 clip.
Yeah. Split it down the middle. Wait, did you already do the clips in?
Okay.
Okay, so when you comb it in this,
If your comb fell on the floor, you have to sanitize it before you use it. Okay. Nice, put it in there.
go for detail here with that type of comb.
And Ayana,
Yes?
okay, here's what I would do. I don't want you helping Anna too much because she's going to be decapitated and be depending on you. Anna has to learn how to walk herself. She walks on clients. You haven't walked on clients, so she has to figure it out. Okay, so we're going to, I'm gonna use, let's see here. Ariana, can she see me? You wanna sit down, sweetie? Can you see me there? Can you see? No, you see. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, but I believe we, well, let me see you say.
You said you can see me over there?
Yes, but you might cover her up with your body.
You mind what?
Oh, you might cover her up with your body and your detangling her hair.
Do we need to move it? You wanna leave that or something?
Well, can you stand right here for a second?
Okay.
Oh, no, never mind.
And do we
You
need to
can
move it closer maybe?
Uh,
That be better?
I think that's a good angle, right here. Can
Or
you see it?
this angle where she's at? I feel like that's a good angle where she's at.
Does it go this long?
It should, yes. The extension cord should. Oh, no, you can leave it, Josephine. We can share. Nothing wrong. Yeah, so now let's look.
Yeah, that's even better.
Better angle, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Alright. And then, you don't sign anything.
Maybe I put the wrong. No, keep it.
You're gonna need to put a tape in it, I'm very sure.
Jesus. Okay, here we go. I don't know if I'm tightening it or loosening it.
Try to go this way.
It's frozen. Oh my. It's stuck. It's okay. Let me see it.
You need to put a tape on inside, that's mine. You want to put a tape inside, if not, use mine for now, and then we can, yeah, and then I can help you fix it. There should be no reason why I should be doing that. Hold up. Use mine for now, okay. I don't know why this thing crashed. Oh, it didn't crash, that's good. See? Yes. What do you do now? See next.
Are you posting it on YouTube?
Yes, but I'll come back, no, nothing yet. I'll come back and fix the other stuff. Awesome, great, I'll come back and fix it. Okay. Alright, everyone ready?
Yes.
Awesome. So you guys already did the detangling part, but now I'm going to show you guys, on our hair real fast, so.
She my students recording. Students, okay.
I already sent out something that says she's gonna be recorded.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to on her, so there you go. And this is gonna be truss. You have to trust me. Do you need a trim too or no trim? Trim. Awesome, great.
You know what? Get up for me, sweetie.
Thank you. There we go.
Would you like to straighten out the camera?
Huh?
Would you like to straighten it out?
You wanna help me? Yes. I wouldn't be sure. Okay, awesome. Even better. Okay. Alrighty. You should stand there for me if you can see yourself.
Yes.
Really well? Okay, all right.
I can stand
You
you
can
this
stand. Okay.
1, 2,
Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna show you how to do silk press on a real person, all right? The first thing is you wanna determine what your client's texture is. She has, I would say probably a 4B. Her hair's pretty dense. She's not a 4A because she still has some curl, and she's not a 4C. You agree?
yes.
Yeah, because she has some looser curls in there. She has a lot of hair. So that said, again, we're going to go through the detangling. So we're going to do procedure 1, 2, and 3. And those procedures are going to cover detangling, blow drying, and also it's going to cover detangling, blow drying. We're going to cover trim, and we're going to cover using our thermal heat setting, right? So at the end of the day, all comprised of those services is going to lead to a silk press. So the first thing I would do is section our hair. And I'll be very gentle. I would spray with my light oil and water. I'll spray the hair. And I'll bring it to about, again, 75% dryness. I don't want it to be too wet. And this is just to help me be able to move my tool against the client's hair while being very gentle and putting the client's hair on the front line to make sure that I don't cause any damage to her hair or I don't rip her hair apart. And if you notice, she has a lot of hair, right? So do you see that now I need to do those 6 quadrants to detangle? Because if I do 4, it'll be just too much for me to handle. Okay. And then I'm going to split this hair in half. Split it in half. And I'm going to detangle. Again, I'm going to go into the scalp. Can you see? Or you want to come to the side? Yeah. So I'm going to bring this in half. Before she came, I told her to do some kind of detangling for me to make this easy. But if she hasn't, I will start from the scalp. I will kind of walk all that shedded hair into the center of the hair. I will go to the front and create a clearance, right? I won't push it out right away. And then I'll go back to the center, and while I'm holding it, and then I'll just push it out. Then I'll now go back in and just comb all the hair while being gentle. Again, go to the scalp, push all that shedded hair to the center of the hair, create a clearance at the tip, and push it all out. that is done. And you never want to take your client to the sink without detangling. And you guys know that, because I've screamed that enough. Again, I'm going to comb from scalp, push all that to the center, okay? Create a clearance at the tip, and push it all out. And she is blessed with beautiful hair. Yes, she has beautiful hair. Again, push out to the tip, and then push all that out. Sometimes you kind of have to hold it. Do not grab your client's hair aggressively. You just saw why I corrected. And then she had it pushed up and she was doing one of this. Please do not. Don't be aggressive with your client's hair. It is not your hair, so you don't want to rip it apart. And doing what she just does, rip the hair apart more than what I'm just doing, where I'm kind of keeping the hair and my tool in the same position, if you also look. So I'm not pulling as much versus if I grab her hair and yank it up and start combing aggressively, right? You're ripping the hair at that angle. So you want to have it at a low angle, and you want to go from scalp. Again, push it to the center, create the clearance at the tip, and push it slowly out. And you see how that I'm not creating too much, there's not much distance between my hand, my tool, my hair, and the client's hair, and my tool, right? Not too far, see, right there. I'm not going like that. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to just move. Again, section it to half.
Miss Kimmy,
Mhm.
in this process, can you also finger comb?
You cannot finger comb in this process. You can finger comb before you use a tool. So finger combing, yes, is another form of detangling, but it would be a pre-detangling before you get to the real detangling. Okay? Because if I'm finger combing, this is what finger comb, I have to push my hand in and try to get all that shedded hair out, right? You want to do that before. You still need to put a comb to the hair to get it to be nicely brushed out before you wash. This way, the client don't lose as much hair. Because that's the goal. You don't want the client to lose as much as, if they don't, they would lose some hair. It's not possible for them to not lose hair because hair will shed. But you, the stylist, you are in control of how much hair they shed. Honestly, you truly are. If you're using your tool the right way and you're really combing the hair the right way, the client should not lose too much hair. Okay, now I'm in front. go get the door, I think that would be the plan coming in. You wanna grab the key?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, did you see, just so they can see what I just did, I could have been at this position, but even walking from the back, I just try to make sure that I use my hand to guide the tool. So I'm not gonna be pulling, through our hair. All right, so that completes the detangling aspect of the feathers. So the next one now we're moving on is to wash, okay? So you've detangled the client's hair nicely, and then you're going to move out to the sink. All right, ma'am, go to the sink. And then we're gonna probably turn this way. So I'm gonna take my styling cape from her. Fold this in for you. Okay, you guys ready?
Yes.
So when it's time to wash your client, first thing you're going to do is make sure that the water is at a good temperature for your hands, but most importantly for your client. You're going to check in with your client, and you gotta come closer, please. You gotta come closer and watch me. You're going to check in with your client. How do you like the water? Warm. Okay. So she said warm, not hot, right? I would assume that it's cold, right? She wants it hot, but she said warm. So not everybody likes, especially people that have natural hair, they don't like anything hot on their hair, so I'm going to turn this warm. And then I'm going to check in with her to make sure warm, definition of warm for me might be different from her. Is that good?
Hotter, please.
Okay, all right. So that, she wants it hot, not warm. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, so now that's good, so. Because of the way I sink is so low, I'm gonna give you another towel that you're going to use to, if you need to like grab it and like, yeah. Okay. All right, now I'm going to saturate the hair pretty nicely. Because I detangled, it should be pretty easy for me to wash. When was the last time you washed your hair?
5 days ago.
Okay, so that's good. If she told me yesterday, I would have just used a moisturizing shampoo. 5 days ago, our hair will have secreted enough oil, right? That I would want to use my clarifying shampoo first before I use my moisturizing shampoo second. Just so I can get a lot of the dirt out of our hair, right? I'm sorry, my bad. That. I'm choking myself. How do you like, and you also want to check in with your client how they like their hair scrubbed. How do you like it
Hard.
scrubbed? Oh boy, she needs my African. All right, let's go, girl. You asked for the right one. All right, so she wants it hard, but now watch me. Watch my foot. Josephine, you have to come watch my foot. You see how I changed my stance? And then I'm going to have my hand widely open so I can go ahead and scrub. First, I start from the front, and I'll walk my way. Because now I have good position versus if I have my legs together. So you see that our hair hasn't lathered up yet? It means that our hair is still dirty.
So you can't be afraid to.
If the client asks for it. So she said, some client, I've gotten a client that told me before, you're washing my hair too hard, and I got in trouble for that. So you always want to make sure that you ask permission from your client. And in this client's case, our hair is still dirty because you can see our hair hasn't even combed up yet. The way you'll see the difference in a minute. And you see how my hands is literally covering our whole entire head? Yes, it's because the way I have my hand open. So don't be scared. And I'm not putting any strain on my hands or shoulders. It's because I have a good stance. And you see how I'm just using my hand to run it? Josephine, can you please see?
Yes.
So I don't want you to miss it. I'm not squeezing like that. If I squeeze, our hair is curly, it's going to knot up. So you want to use your hand without finger combing yet, because then you're going to be pulling against our hair shaft. You want to just gently make sure you get that soap out. And you always want to do 2 to 3 washes on your clients. If she washed her hair yesterday, I will do 2 or maybe even 1 good wash. But 2 to 3 washes is always good. I'll use my, like oatmeal and henna. Okay, you see the difference now? You see how it foamed up? Yes. That means our hair said, I am ready to be clean. Now everything is foaming up pretty good. notice that I'm avoiding the tips, washing them and without even putting too much.
Yeah.
Yes, because of our hair is curly, and if I'm not gentle with the tip, it's going to knot up. Sorry. Until the only time I start, like really, I mean, I'm washing the hair and the tip and everything, but it's just a different way. I'm being like approaching the tip. When I do the conditioner for her, that's when I will go in and finger comb through the tip out to make sure that those strands get the love they need as well. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I think we're... So, can you give me the purple shampoo? Actually, the white one. Yes, that one. Oh, it's okay. I don't know, it's okay. That's a green. This one. Not that one. The purple one. It would be purple looking. There we go.
Is that the one that's made for suppress?
Yes, it says silk press on it. So this is step 2.
Are there chemicals for straightening in the shampoo?
Do you know Design Essentials?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I use. That's a good question.
There's shampoos like that?
Okay. And then do you have any particular oil that you like? Like essential oils that you want us to use today?
Tea tree.
Okay. Miss Josephine, find me tea tree and put a little bit on my hand right there. Alright. Okay, you didn't get any yet. Is there any in there?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Give me. I'll use kind of mine. Is that good? I don't have any more tea tree. Oh, we have a lot of- oh, right here is the tea tree. I'm like, take that one away. I'll just look for you. Chamomile. But tea tree is fine. Just a little bit. It's open. You have to put a little tiny bit. If that's plenty. Okay, thank you. 'Cause you don't want to use a lot. Oh, it's okay. I got what I need. Thank you, ma'am. Then you're going to massage the product in, and massaging the product in, you're also massaging the client's hair at the same time. And that's going to help with a lot of blood circulation to the hair, scalp to the head. So, because you could just put the product on there, but then you have to walk the product into your client's hair. And you see how I'm not bringing a comb to it? Some people bring a comb to it and try to comb it. This is not good. And I don't really bring combs to my sink. I use my hand. After I'm done manipulating the scalp, I'll not walk the part up to the tip of the hair. And I try to be as gentle as I can. I'm not pulling.
Which end?
But if you use a comb, which one do you think would lose more hair? Yes. That's it. Before the conditioner. And then you want to rinse it out with lukewarm. So you probably want to apologize to your client because you want to now, you walk the scalp, you open up the cuticle, you want to close it out. So you don't necessarily have to use cold water. Ideally, cold water would be best, but lukewarm water because we live in Minnesota and it's cold. So use it to wash it out. Just crash.
Should I start it?
Yeah. Maybe I'll make clog it. Let me clog it. Yeah, yeah, charge it. Like put a charger to it. You got a lot of hair, so I have to make sure that I rinse out that product. Then help her up. You always want to help, sit down still. Always want to help your client up out the sink, especially when you're doing a lot of talking to their scalp. You will be surprised, some people can get dizzy, especially old people. You want to help them out. Now, I could have elevated a leg. If you have their leg elevated, then it's fine. But when you don't have their leg elevated, all that blood that you're trying to rush up to the head is going to need to go back somewhere. So you have to, or you give them water as soon as you put them in the chair. And actually, you do have water for you. All right, I'll sit back in the chair for me. And let me give her some water. And if she wants to drink, great. If she doesn't want to drink, give her water. So, all right, you guys are still paying attention. So now you see how I told my client to go sit?
Yes.
I didn't follow her?
Yes.
Because I'll see sometimes I clean up. Especially if you're working in a multiple salon, you want to clean your sink. I sprayed it with a barbicide. I wipe my chair. I wipe the sink. This is the same requirement when you wash your mannequin. Make sure when you're done, you wipe the sink and get ready, have it ready for the next person. If there's any hair in the sink, you look. In my case, voila, she didn't lose one.
Wow.
That's because I didn't bring a comb to the sellers. If I did, I will be pulling our hair out. Hair that didn't need, that's why you do the detangling before you bring your client to the sink. All right, cool beans, cool beans. All right, so now I get all my stuff that I need for silk press. Right.
Are breaks still the same, or should we just
Oh,
stay?
If you need to go on break, go on break. 12:45. Yes, break doesn't change.
Stay and just.
Yes,
the process.
absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
If you want to. If it was a mannequin, I'll pause because it's a person I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna go ahead and still show you guys on a mannequin again, just so we can complete the other video that we were working on.
Is it okay if I sit and watch?
Yes, absolutely. Just sit over there. And if you want a snack, you guys can snack while you watch. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is put my, so now, I'm using Design Essential product. Is it recording? Yeah, okay. I'm using Design Essential product. So the good thing about it is it has it in steps for me, right? So it kind of cuts my job in half. But if not, the next thing you would put on your client's hair once you get her out is kind of like what?
A heat protector?
A heat protectant, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Before I do the blow drying. And she said she wants a trim, so
What's that?
so that
Okay.
I am pretty big on using my hand a lot because again, it just, you pull less with your hands. I'm going to need that.
This one?
The cord, it's a very extension cord. So now, attach my comb to my blow dryer, and I'm not going to hold my blow dryer this way. That would be a wrong way to hold my blow dryer. I'm going to stay up, like I want my tool to be as close to me as I want her hair to be as close. I want her to see the mirror so she's not, you know, like I'm in a dark room here. So I'm going to have the blow dryer. I'm going to hold the nozzle and the blow dryer together right here without putting my hand where the heat is coming out. And I'm going to split the hair in half. Then I'm going to take my blow dryer and I'm going to use my hand to protect the hair. Again, the same method that I use for detangling is because I'm technically just kind of blow drying the hair at the same time. Not so much detangling, but the same method, start from scalp and work my way out. But I'm not going to pull out, right? What I'm going to do when it's time for me, so now it's getting dry. Miss Anna, you want to pick that towel from the floor? You want to pick that towel from the floor, please? And then I'm going to grab the client's hair and I'm going to go to the tip and I'm going to slowly pull that out till I have clearance. Now I have clearance. Now I push it out. All right, that's it. And I want it to be at 100% dryness. So, because I'm going to be doing heat, I want less heat. So I'm not going to try to keep getting this. Once it's dry in my hand, I'm going to stop because I'm still going to use my concentrator. So I'm not going to do as much heat. I just want it to be as dry as I can before I come and use my concentrator on that hair. Again, move from scalp all the way to like almost the center of the hair without pulling out. And then you go to that tip. And you see that our hair is really curly at the tip. So slowly blow dry that. And then you kind of pull it out slowly. All of this so she's not losing any hair that's not needed. Now all of this is done. The section is done. And you move fast to doing it that way because you're doing it methodically. All right. It's in my eye. I'm sorry. Can I get a wet tissue? There's some product in my eye.
Can you give her a tissue off there?
You don't have a towel?
Oh, I do.
She has a towel.
Right, I wanted tissue as well to dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. When was the last time you got a trim? August. Okay, good. What are you? This is October or November. About 3 months ago? Yeah. You might not need a trim. Okay. You just wear your natural hair out all the time, or what do you do?
Braids mostly, like no additive.
Just your natural hair?
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the second step of my blow drying because she wants a silk press. So, but before I do that, well, actually, I'll do that and then I'll check to see if she needs a trim. Australia?
I didn't go to Australia. I went to what is it, Jersey, and I did a couple of days in France.
Oh, France. Yes, France.
Is it hand protected?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so I put e-protectant on it.
Oh, so you want to put it in? Okay.
Well, I put it one more time.
Okay.
When you're doing silk press, your client don't need to have a lot of product on their hair. And plus, too much product is going to weigh down the hair, so you need very little product. So now I'm going to use my concentrator. And this concentrator is going to focus a lot on the hair. And that's how, there's no way around it. The whole point of silk press is they don't want to relax. So you guys want to get up and come and look at this. So you want to keep this about, so you see my comb, right? It's on our scalp, right? However, when I touch out with a blow dryer, I don't focus right on the scalp. I would go about 1 inch away and put this on my comb and then walk that piece out. Okay? Again, go ahead. God, can this come out? You can remove this so they can see it. Move it closer for me. No, you can charge it and move it closer. Because that moves, that electrical thing, yeah. It moves. Sounds good. Alright. There we go. So you want to put your bent brush against the client's scalp. However, when you're going to put the blow dryer on the client's scalp, you want to make sure you keep it 1 inch away from your client's scalp. Because you don't want that heat on their scalp. And then you walk it out as fast as you can. Okay? And you see how straight the hair got? Even without me putting my flat iron on our hair yet? See the difference between this and this? Yes. Go in again. And I told us this is how you hold your blow dryer. You hold it against, like it has to be an extension of your hair. Okay? So now again you keep it 1 inch away from the scalp and then you walk your feet out as fast as you can. My blow dryer is on high. It's not warm. And you want to wash the blow dryer high. If you're doing everything correctly, a silk press should only take you about what, an hour? No more than 2. in my hand, I'm holding the tape. Just from blow dry, I make sure I want to get it nice and straight, so I'm able to see the hair properly before I trim. Beautiful hair, Lord Jesus. Mom or dad who gave you, bless you like this. It's beautiful. Oh my God. And also, if you look, I'm taking more, you see the angles, vertical and horizontal, right? I keep going in between vertical lines, horizontal lines, vertical lines, because I work systemically. I could start from the back. Why didn't I cut from the back? Versus why did I have to come this way? Because I get to my destination faster this way, with Josephine, than getting to my destination from here. I'll take lesser section, cutting vertically, versus if I go horizontal. So sometimes you kind of have to gauge where you're going and how you're going. And for you guys, you don't necessarily need to have a tail comb section. When you're doing a blow dry service, you might sometimes move your hand more than you would need a tail comb, because imagine if you have to stop and cut every section, right? That would be too much, right? Yeah, so sometimes you have to use your hand. Your hand is a natural comb. You have to incorporate your hand into the service. That's it for the blow drying part. Now we're going to work a trim. Actually, this side is. I might have to be in the center the next time. This is much clearer. Good job. Okay, now you can see. All right. So now I am going to try to give her a trim if she needs one. She said she trimmed 3 months ago. Some people need trimming more often than the other. Sometimes I'll suggest my client trim their hair twice a year. Sometimes some people need, like I said, you have to check. And I'm going to get my cutting comb out. Clips. And the good thing with your scissors is you want to check first. You're going to always marry your scissors. This is the husband. This is your scissors always sit on your ring finger. Okay? So you're married to your scissors. And why is it? Because it's easier for you anytime you want to pocket your scissors or close it. It's easier to close. It's easier to open. Easier to close, so it stays on your ring finger. Now I'm going to put my shears right here, as you can see, and then I'm going to check if she needs a trim or not. That is a beautiful blow dry job. You see how my comb just...
Before and after pictures? For your,
Sure. Even better. You want to use your phone? And then you
I
can...
send it to you.
Yes, you can send it to me. You are beautiful, and Jesus. Your hair is so beautiful. Okay. Let's step back. Did you take your portrait? You want to do portrait? Yeah. Let me take it from this angle for you, and then you send it to me. All right, here we go. Thank you.
Oh, I see why you say portrait.
You guys, well, I said before and after. I would not think of that. I was trying to get the service done. So you see why I still haven't used a tail comb? Sometimes in the service, a tail comb is really not needed, but for the first section, for the first, like when you're sectioning out for detangling, that might be where you would need your tail comb. A lot of this today, I use what? My hands. I use my hands a lot. And because of why? So far, this is what the clients have lost. This is all the hair that can, but I'm sure you take good care of your hair, so. But she said she doesn't do, she said if she braids, she uses her natural hair, so I'm sure. What kind of regimen do you have at home?
I wash maybe once every 1 to 2 weeks, and I braid it or have it out without any heat or anything for the most part.
Okay, so that's probably why she's not losing so much hair. And the fact that I said what oil she wants to use, and she said tea tree, that tells me that she knows, you know, like I don't know. Some people will be like, I don't know, because they don't, but with her, she's like, oh, give me this, because she's well aware. So sometimes you might be dealing with a client that knows what they need. Okay, so when I want to check, please come closer. This is so important. Huh? Yes, yes, that's my measuring comb that I'm using. This is very, very important. So when I want to check if she needs a trim, you see how I have it in 4 sections? However, I'm going to take one line from here, and I'm going to go vertical line now. And your lines, horizontal and vertical line, are going to be very important when you're doing a trim, okay? So, and your angle will also be very important. I'm not going to check from the front. Usually the hair in front is usually, you know, you lose some hair in front of the hair. Is always smaller, or lengthwise is always shorter than the rest of the hair. So I'm going to check kind of where I center to see if she needs a trim. And she does, without me even going all the way. Do you see that? And because she has curly hair also. Now, don't be fooled. Some people have curly hair, right? And you would think they need a trim, and they don't need a trim because that curly end from being straight is all now being straightened, and it's not all the way straight. It's like it's just stringy. But how will I know? How will I determine is I comb all the hair straight, and you see wherever all our hair bunch up really good. You see that? Do you see that? Now, do you see how they are stringy now?
Yeah.
That's where it needs to go. That's where you're looking at. Oh God, you can't see because her hair is so long. All right, I'm gonna try to do it horizontal out. And even if I do it horizontal out, you can still see it, right? Now, you see that? You see the strings now? Yes, so that's what needs to go out. So that's how you check. And with curly hair people, you have to be very careful because sometimes people will take hair that they don't necessarily need to take out because you see that she has stringy hands, a lot of it. But what if you think this is what needs to be cut out?
I would have thought you would have needed to cut
No, no, you just have to go and comb and find where all our hair pulls into. You see that? Our hair is pulling together nicely until when you get here. You see how they are all scattered? Do you guys see it?
Yeah, well, I
So-
never knew that. Thank you.
So that's how, well, it's not, it's, you're learning. That's how you define a trim. And to me, knowing that, I'll probably say 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
Not necessarily 1 inch. However, because you're gonna be learning in school, I'm gonna say take off 1 inch, then you take off 1 inch. But in our case, she only need about 1/4 of an inch. That's it. So now I'm gonna get into trimming. And like I said, I am going to trim vertically. And the first thing I'll do is I'm going to cut a guide into this whole thing. And I'm going to walk that guide. I'm going to walk that guide into all the rest of the hair. Did you see what I just did? Yes, I'm gonna walk that guide and I'm going to use that guide to trim. That's where I cut. This is what needs to go off. I'm never gonna cut. You're never cutting to cut. You are never just cutting to say, I think this needs to go. No. Now that's the guide. I'm gonna keep walking this guide into the hair. You see that?
She had like real thick hair. Can I use that comb to like carry it up?
Nope, you need your cutting comb. You just gotta get a cutting comb. You always need a cutting comb. Every comb has its job. That thick comb is for what? One thing only. That's why its tooth is wide and that's why this have a really close teeth. They all have their job. Okay, so see how there's really nothing to cut here? There's nothing to cut. Like that. Now I am horizontal. Okay, so that's it for the first one, okay? Now, as I'll cut the back, I'll take my guide from here. Take all this, I'm gonna pull it away.
Is that oil in her hair or is that her oils?
No, it's a oil I put in her hair. And I'm gonna take the first one, that way. Don't forget I have a guide all the way here, so I could use this guide to cut up to half of this. But I'm going to cut another one, and this I'm going to bring vertically. Right there is where I need to cut. So I'm going to take all this guide that I cut. I don't need that really, because I have another guide here. So I just put that away. And then I'll keep taking this guide, keep using it as a guide to guide me to cut. Again, you never just cut because you are zooming. Now I'm gonna bring this horizontal and cut. Because why? She has long hair, and I'm gonna pull it out as straight as I can at a 90. And then just cut off the ends that needs to be cut. And we'll talk about elevation more when we get to practicing on the mannequin. Because doing it on the clients, because I'm at 90 right now.
Raise it.
So I know that I have a guide already in here, remember, from the first time. But I'm not going to use just that guide. I'm going to cut what's here again to guide me. Because I want to make sure that I have that guide in. And I'm going to do horizontal. Sorry, vertical, not horizontal. I always have to. That up. Do you guys see that where it needs to go now? Do you see it? Okay, all right. Eventually, you're going to start really seeing it clearly, because sometimes I'll have students say, I can't see it. Well, I don't know what to cut. Once you're following a guide, this is what I'm using to cut. Whatever is here is what I'm using to cut. I'm not using what's here. All right, you see it there? And you see how this is short, right? You're not gonna say because it's short, now I need to cut it. You just have to leave it alone. You want to cut to the length of your guide. That's what you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah. See how this has nothing for me to cut? All right. So I'm going to take this out, horizontal. See where my guide is? Right there? Okay. So now I'm done cutting this section. Trimming is not, shouldn't take too long because you're dusting the client's hair or you're trimming the client's hair. And if you're taking more than 2 inches from anybody, even about 1 to 2 inches, you're literally putting a shape to the person's hair. We don't cut hair, we trim or we dust, okay? In that case, I'm really dusting because she needed about what? 1/4 of an inch to cut, right? So that's really dusting, that's not really trimming. She doesn't have a lot to trim, and I'm not gonna trim what doesn't need to trim. Now, if she said, trim it off, well, then it's up to her. I mean, I'll tell her, hey, you don't need much, but if she decides, well, I just want it off, it would be me literally just cutting her hair off. Just to, just because she wants that to be cut off. And in this case, I wouldn't know why, because you have healthy hair. Except you're like, it's too long, cut it, can I glue it on my hair? Give it to, we wouldn't tell them how short my hair is. Okay, you guys see it? You see my guide right there?
Did you want the whole section?
Huh?
It's some here that's not in this section.
Oh, that, I already cut that, don't forget, yeah. It's what's under I'm focusing on.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Not what's on top is already cut. What's under is I'm focusing on. So. Whatever doesn't meet that guide is what I'm focusing on. So this is my guide right there. See, this is my guide. Now I'll take this section. Okay, now my guide is on top, right? I'm gonna comb it out. And because you see how I'm able to close and open my shears? Because I'm married to my shears. It should be on your wedding finger. And you want to make sure that you spread your hands. I'm not cutting this way. I'm not point cutting. If you point cut, you're going to cut hair that is not meant to be cut. Okay, see? You want to spread this out to go all the way, right? You want to spread it out. And I'm cutting horizontal this way, so spread it out.
So when people cut hair and they twist it, is that them doing layers?
Bangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do some cut like this?
That's point cutting. There's different type of cutting. They cutting that way because they don't want the hair to sit all on the same length. So they point cut.
Okay.
You guys are only gonna do that on hair extensions.
Okay.
Yeah. When you cut natural hair, we only trim and dust.
Okay.
All right, now I'm done trimming. All right, let's get my heating tool. I'll bring that, and then you help me plug it. Oh, your shoes are cute. Just gonna put this in the trash can. And you guys see my walk area?
Yeah.
Does it look messy? Okay, all right. That's how I want to see it. I see your walk area not meeting standards. All right. So before I go ahead and style the client's hair, I'm going to check my trim. I'm not just going to assume, even though I've been doing hair for 20-something years, I'm not going to assume that, oh, it's all perfect. You always want to check. And how do you check? You start from the front. I'm sorry, ma'am. If you did a good job with the blow dry, she shouldn't be feeling any pain. Are you in pain?
A little on the front, but I'm okay.
All right. Your front tender?
No, it's just a little tangled in the front.
Okay. All right. So you're going to check your trim. See that? Okay. And when you check, you want it to be sitting all on the same length, is what you're looking for. See that? And you have to be sure. Before you put another scissors on it, you have to make sure. I'm gonna use the... listen, we are recording video for class, please. Ene, you wanna tell her I'm recording a video for class, please?
She's recording video for class. Instead of recording video for class.
Alright. Can you guys see it? See what I'm checking it? So, at some point, your hair in front is a little longer than the hair at the back. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, good, awesome. So if I take, so did you guys see that? Now, I could round off, but I don't know if it would be necessary to round off a hair. Because sometimes when you round off the person's hair, you might take off more length that is needed. Are you sitting straight for me? Do you want me to round off your hair? Oh no.
What do you mean by round off?
Round off is bring all this roundness to one length.
So is it uneven now?
Well, right here, right in the center. At the back is fine. So right in the center, it's a teeny bit shorter than the front. And when I mean the front, not the right in front, like right at the frontal area of the head, it's a little bit long. Actually going towards the middle.
No rounding off.
Okay, awesome. So no rounding off. And you want to check with the client. Why? Because when you round off, sometimes you're taking more length that is not necessary. You already trim, you already check your trim. Some stylists will automatically round off without asking her, because to them, when they round off, it gives a even shaped to the hair. I don't, because for me, round off is not necessary, especially when I know that the person has different length in the hair. So I don't need to cut more than I need to. So I leave it to the client. So, but when you're cutting your mannequin, I'm going to want you to practice round off in your mannequin. How do you want it styled?
Middle part.
Okay,
good.
Alright. You want to check for me, Ms. Josephine? Make sure it's centered. Yes. Okay. So if it's crooked, she said yes. Just look at her.
That's why you stop over there.
Why I
You
stop
stop
over
in
there?
the middle.
Because some people want a long part, some people want a short part. Our hair is long, so if I give her a part up to here, right, I could stop here, I could stop here. Our hair would look more flattering if I give her a longer part, because our hair is long. If her hair was short, giving her too long of a part would make the head, it's almost like you're splitting it in half. In our case, she has length that it wouldn't look like that. It would be actually more flattering. That's why the part is long.
I gotta ask.
Hmm?
I gotta ask.
Yeah.
'Cause I used to wonder.
That's why, that's all those questions are good questions. Okay, now we're going to put heat to it. And do you see that our scalp is dry? Okay, so when I'm done, and she say, okay, I want you to help me oil my scalp, then I can. But right now, if I try to oil our scalp, I'm gonna create more product and more oil, and I'm going to be frying eggs on our head at that point. So I want to make sure I get it nice and straight, then I can go in with product. And I'm going to take care according to my viral, which is 1 inch. Always tell your client that you're bringing heat to their head. Because some people don't know, they're not ready, and then they might get scared, right? From trauma. So you always want to, so I'm ready to flat iron. All right, and then when I flat iron, I'm going to use my comb as a guide from my scalp to my flat iron, okay? So I'm gonna put my comb to guide our hair, and I'm gonna press the flat iron and move it. Do you want it bone straight?
Slight bend of hand.
Okay. So I'm gonna put my comb, well, actually my comb, all right, in the hair, and I'm gonna put the flat iron. So what I'm doing is I'm concentrating heat on the hair, right? At the same time, I'm using my comb to guide the hair and the heat, kind of move the heat down the hair, okay? Because if I just do this, I've seen, you know, I mean, some just do this. No, use the comb, put the flat iron on the hair, and then kind of just use it to move. Okay? Make sense? All right. So I'm gonna turn her a little bit. Just pull that.
Is there a reason why you angle it that way, the flatter?
Because I'm moving strategically, and I'm moving up. I actually move up faster versus if I go straight across if I'm doing horizontal. So I told you, like, I always mix horizontal and vertical lines because in my head I'm moving at a stair step, right? So I'm climbing a step, but I'm climbing it in so many different ways to get there. So now and then also to help to kind of angle my flat iron away from my ears, I did a vertical line. Versus if I do an horizontal line. You see how my flat iron is more higher heart? Yeah.
And it's not near her scalp at all.
Yes.
Wow.
I am kind of I'm not touching the scalp, I'm touching the hair. Yeah, because you want it to still be nice, bone straight. You don't want it to where you're going to put it right on our scalp and then burn our scalp off. So I'm still keeping it a little bit away from the scalp. I would say maybe 1/8 of an inch away from scalp. And if you have to use your hand to do the holding, just so you can make sure, now I'm coming again vertically away from, and if you notice, like I did 2 sections here and my closure there, everybody do it differently. It works better for me that way. You wanna come look at this? So if you want, just so to make sure that you can keep you can have more control of the curling iron, your flat iron and the hair, you can use your hand to hold it straight, put it, see that? Without touching the scalp. And then you use your comb to guide that heat, to move the heat. That way you still have heat on the scalp. Because I've also seen where students who stay right away from the scalp because they're afraid of touching the client and not get the hair as smooth as the client wanted to scalp. I mean, and you cannot, I mean, you don't wanna burn that scalp, right? So you have to just know that at least you want to stay a little bit away from scalp, and you can use your hand and see, you bend your flat iron. See how I bend my flat iron?
Oh, okay.
Yes, I bend my flat iron. When I'm getting close to the scalp, I'll bend my flat iron to like kind of get into that scalp.
Okay.
Again, I'm gonna show you. Ayana, you wanna come closer? So my flat iron, I'm gonna like, you see, if I put it right, I bend it away. Like I bend it, and then I would now use my comb to work that out. Yeah, that's the trick to get where it doesn't touch our scalp.
That's it right there.
Yes.
That's what I needed.
How would they see it?
Oh.
You gotta see if I can. So you bend the flat iron, bend it, and then you walk it out. So you bend your flat iron away from your client's scalp, and then you. And do you see how fast I'm moving? Because I'm moving strategically. I'm not staying in one place.
Yeah.
The flat iron. Yeah, if you do a stacking method, you're gonna waste your time going back to back, I'm going vertical, horizontal, I'm just going in those two, lines, just so I can be able to, again, bend it and pull it out. And do you hear any shh? You know why? Because it's not too much product. When you hear shh, believe it or not, you just damage the client's hair. Yeah, that's fine. You should not. If I put, like, that's why I told you our scalp is dry. You see it, I can see it, right? But I'm gonna wait till when I'm done, then I'll focus product on it. Some people would say, no, leave it, right? Like my natural oil would come in. And it also depends on the hair texture, because she's in that 4 type hair. Our scalp is always going to be dry, so you don't want to leave her dry to go home and figure it out. You want to do that. So when I'm done, I'm going to focus product on the scalp.
Trying to see the difference between these.
Just let me put it over on this side, the one that falls. She will. When we come, don't forget, I'm still gonna work with you guys. When you guys started, we're still going to go ahead and do it. This is just on a person. I'm still going to do it on a mannequin with you guys. But this time, as you're walking, we're all gonna be walking together. So when I get home, I'll go fall in one place. I'll go fall down in one place. Like yesterday. Oh my God. I was like, Lord Jesus. I felt like I climbed Mount Everest yesterday. I got home. That was a lot. You guys didn't even know.
That was a lot of getting through planning. See that?
That's so beautiful. Oh my goodness.
That is why I said doing it on a real person, it speaks differently than when you do it on a mannequin. So you guys are very, very fortunate to be able to have a live person come in, because I would not have been able to show you better than just this. And you see how I'm moving the heat? Everything becomes an extension of me. I literally, it feels so light. The comb, the hair, the blow dry, everything is an extension of me. They are all sync and moving together. And that's how, if you're having any distress using your tool, it means that it's not, or you're struggling with the hair. Either you've taken too much of a section, it should just be moving, gliding through effortlessly. All right, so now I'm done. So now I'm gonna push out this way. Sorry. And then you wanna come close to your shoulder. You wanna come close to me a little? There you go, thank you. Do you like your baby hair flat iron too?
Yes.
Awesome. Why did you guys think I asked? Does she?
You see her hair looks oh.
Why did you guys think I asked her? Does she like her baby hair flat iron too?
Just some people might not.
Some people might not, and some people's baby hair might be very fragile, right? And you put heat to it, and then you break it off, and they get mad at you. Because some people just like to put light gel on it and call it a day.
And that's what she wants.
Nope, she wanted flat iron. So. She had enough hair for 10 people, so it wouldn't matter. She would not lose one and cry at all. She would be like, you grow back. I'm just kidding. I joke a lot. paste. That's all the baby hair. And do you want me to use edge control when I'm done? Or no?
No gel.
No gel?
Yeah.
Alright, well, what would you want for edge control?
I don't forget what it's called, but it looks like a deodorant stick where you roll.
Oh,
you
I
roll
have it. It's a wax stick, still though, that's wax.
lightly, I
Okay.
guess.
So in a regular salon, how much do you think this service will cost?
Maybe 100 something.
150 for somebody that has this much hair. So
That's why I'm here with y'all today.
I have to teach them. They have to know. Yeah. So yeah, it would be like $150. Right. Do you want to take a picture for me? Take it from the front and take your portrait. 1 second, I'm gonna do this, so. Sorry, ma'am. Okay, go ahead. You wanna stand so that way you can get a good hand angle. Oh, I'm gonna move, sorry. So good. Perfect. You take good pictures. All right, awesome. Last one, and she will be done. Thank you so much. And your name again?
Tawana.
Ms. Tawana, thank you so much for coming. If you need any of our students, you might never get me, but if you ever need any of them to bless you, take care of you, they are dying to serve. Like I said, they would be getting into that module for service starting next week.
Okay,
So,
I can come back. This has been fun.
thank you. And every time, if you want to use your hair, and you want me to use you for a trial, I could be giving you a call and trying to show them how to do something. But you don't do extensions, so.
No, not usually.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind though. Are you talking about braiding extensions or?
Every kind. Braiding, because they have to learn braiding, they have to learn, even if it's just to wear for a couple of days. You have beautiful hair. Take me time though, but we'll get through it.
If you give me your schedule of what everyone's learning,
Mhm.
I can call you and show up.
Yeah, absolutely. I will definitely do that. I'll text it to you later. That's okay. But you probably won't comb twists. You have comb twists as well. 2-string twists. Those fun style.
You sure you won't get tired doing all that?
No, I'll do it strategically, you know. I'll take bigger sections. But again, that's why I say I will call you, because I have to also tell myself, what are you getting yourself into? This was fun. Your hair was the perfect, it could not be more perfect. You have extremely beautiful, long four type hair. that they needed to see that, because that's what they're gonna be working with anyway, so.
Thank you.
All right, so now I'm gonna get it to the front and put the flat iron to the front of the hair. You see I'm using my hand to guide that. I'm not using a comb this time, because with a comb, I might not be able to see our skin. And this is our face, so I want my hand to be the one doing the pulling for me, not a comb. I don't wanna rely just on a comb. All right, so it's done. And if you're going to be using, what is it called? What those high-end comb, help me, Diana? The hot comb that most people use. You want to also use your hand. That's why I don't use a hot comb, because you want to make sure that you're guiding that hot comb with your hands. So I'm not gonna teach you to use a hot comb. I'm gonna teach you to use your hands, your tools, and a comb. You see, I came at a different angle here. Now I'm here, I'm coming at a different angle. So I'm taking vertical line, straight up and down.
You're gonna pay for that.
She could use yours. Go ahead.
Shit right now.
Okay. Just beautiful. I'm sure you've had that before.
Yeah.
How long have you been natural?
Since I was 18.
Wow.
35.
Wow.
Yum.
You are not gonna veer away from that, because you've done a great job.
I went to cosmetology school when I was in high school.
Which one did you go?
A no-name one that closed now in Detroit,
Regency?
Michigan.
Oh, Detroit. Okay. It's a good place to learn hair.
Yeah. I learned with Marcellus irons and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're sitting back there. We don't use them no more.
Yeah,
Considered not safe for hair.
yeah. I don't use mine either.
Yeah, it's too much heat and uncontrolled heat.
Right.
Yeah, I have mine sitting back there. But guess what I still use though? I use my hot comb.
Yeah.
I don't use the one they got, the electrical ones. I still use my stove.
I don't think I've ever even seen an
A
electrical
stove?
hot comb. No,
Oh,
the
the
electrical.
young ones have those everywhere now. They have that. The electric. I mean, I had a student bring it in. I'm like, what is that?
Right, because I've never seen one that's not with a stove.
Yeah. Okay, that is it. Now I'm going to just bend the ends for her. Now, so again, she told me do not touch my hands. I don't want it to be straight. Sorry, I don't want to round it off. So, and because she don't want to round it off, now I'll try to bevel it in as much as I can for her.
So you wait till the end before you bend. Okay.
I bend, but because she said she wants slight bend, now I'm going to make sure I bend it now, focus all my heat at the tip. So when she wraps her hair, it bends nicely. Yeah, but I already bent it when I was doing it individually. So now I'm just focusing, and I have to move that heat and not hold. If I hold my flat iron, I'll create a line. I don't want to create a line in her hair, so I gotta be careful as well when I bend. Thank you very much, Ms. Tawana. God bless you for allowing me to take care of you.
It's been a great service.
Thank you. So I'll send you a feedback.
Okay.
Just because this is the first natural hair care school in Minnesota and the only.
Yeah. I looked you guys up for that reason.
Yes. Oh, thank you. So please bless us. Let people know we're here to serve. Because I feel like it's because it's only 3 years old. A lot of people don't know yet in the community. So please let people know. You came and blessed me with your
crown.
So now, the only two things I will do is, now I'll take care of our scalp. You never want her to leave with that scalp dry. And then I'll do the glue, the wax stick that she asked for.
Before you leave, you gotta give us a little shake.
Okay. I can do that. And I
And
have
I'm finishing
no
with
that.
So I'm using like Carbo Complex scalp treatment. So,
The red band, I think, Josephine.
the red bean. You said you want to bear a little, right?
Yep.
Like,
Okay, so I'm not gonna put heat, I'm gonna use my hand to blend it in because it's wax, so it's gonna melt with the heat of your hands. You see that?
Mhm.
And then you see it that part? Alright, so for me to put product, I'm gonna scoop out what I need. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna cover my product because you don't dip your hands in your product, okay? Use this tip, just concentrate very little to scalp. And I'm gonna go all the way to scalp, not on the hair, on the scalp. Do you see how the product is traveling fast?
Mhm.
You can see from there, you see? Okay, and that's it. Go ahead and scoop up the rest that I can use. Now, you go in and then you kind of just rub it in. That's why you don't put it on the hair, because when you rub it in, now you're getting it on the hair. Because if I put it on the hair is gonna get greasy. You want her to have all the movement you gave her, you want her to go home with it. And then you're done.
So for aftercare, can you use this? This brand daily?
She has some stuff at home for aftercare. They're asking for aftercare. What would you use? And then you put a clean spray.
I keep my least amount of product in my hair as possible, because it does get oily a little quickly. I tend to braid my hair at night and then wrap it in a bonnet because it's never straight.
Yeah.
I actually don't have any hair straightener stuff right now. I'm living in a women's shelter. And
Oh, I'm so happy to serve.
so I was gonna ask you guys, do you have any clips or hair ties that you could donate to me?
Yeah. And tie or clips.
Hair ties,
What kind of hair tie?
like just to put it in a ponytail.
Okay, all right.
Clips, like to wrap it at night.
What, do you need metal clips?
Something so I could wrap it.
Would this work?
Yeah.
Yes. How many? Is 6
Oh.
okay?
6 is good, yeah.
Okay. And then you said hair tie?
Yes.
Oh, let's see. Alright, let me show you this. This is a, here, like that.
Yeah.
About this one, like you just
Yeah.
probably put it away. And here. Thank you. Can I put it in a bag for you?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming.
I know it may be a stretch. Do you guys have any old, small, flat irons that you could donate? If
I'll
not,
give you one for free.
you will? Thank you, because I'd like to keep it.
There's a new one.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. And I put some oil in there for you, some peppermint oil.
Ooh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you. And please let anybody in there know that we have, or you went to a place and if they need their hair done.
Do you have any?
Oh, we haven't taken pictures
Oh,
yet.
okay.
I did take one picture, but I wanted to fix their hair.
Oh, okay. Oh, you gonna sit back for me? You said, do I have any what?
Hair requests, from the women's shelter, like what kind of hair are you looking to do?
Did you get? Move away. Oh, sorry. Is that it? Let me see, can I text it to you? Yeah, because I'll send you a list of, our services, the student services, and then they would need models for that.
Okay.
Yeah, right now they're looking for people with self-press, so as the holidays coming, if anybody have kids that, that they need their hair done like this, they would love to serve.
Okay, great.
Oh my God, I got a hug from you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna grab your jacket. You have an awesome day. Yes. Okay, I'll let you go use that. All right, we are done. Let's take a break. Oh, there's not a break.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. But can we pause this for a second? Oh, okay, good. All right. I'll pause this. Oh.